Welcome to the Quantum FaroArm. In this course, we will be unboxing the Quantum, showing the included parts, and discussing methods for optimizing your Quantum projects. The Quantum will come packaged in a carrying case that will be latched in 6 different locations. Open these latches by inserting 1 or 2 fingers under the latches and pulling out and then up on the connected latches. Open the box lid upwards to review the included parts for the Quantum to be assembled. The first part that we withdraw is the surface mount plate. This is used to attach the Quantum to a stable area where measurements will occur. This plate can be attached to your work area in 2 ways. Screws or bolts can be placed within the holes to firmly attach the plate to a surface for stable scanning of a part or area. The plate may also be held down with clamps attached to a sturdy surface to create a movement-free environment for your data to be collected. It is important to note that this method is not the preferred method, as it may leave room for the arm to wiggle or shake while scans are being collected, which can lead to errors in measurement or reductions in accuracy of scans. When removing the Quantum from its case, it is recommended that you place the first cartridge atop the second cartridge. This is a natural resting position for the Faro Quantum. Once complete, you may lift the Quantum from the case using one hand placed on the handle at the base of the arm and a second placed under the stacked cartridges. The Faro arm should pull easily out of the case and can be placed directly onto the 3.5-inch ring on the plate. Place the Quantum upon the 3.5-inch ring and rotate the base collar at the bottom of the arm in a clockwise motion until tight. To fully tighten the base, open the base lever handles and pull tight before replacing the lever in its original spot. The next piece of the kit we will be unboxing and attaching is the probe kit. Before placing the probe onto the Quantum, you will remove the attached cap by pulling that cap downward, away from the Quantum head. We now remove the rest of the included parts from the Quantum box as they will be used shortly. To install the battery into the Faro arm, open one or both doors on the rear of the Quantum by pulling the clasp and pulling the door open. Orient the battery so that the vent-like contacts are facing to the right and the front black tab is facing to the left. Insert the battery into the battery chamber until it snaps into place. Next, we will connect the USB cable to the computer and the Quantum. This cord is used to bring a connection from the Faro arm to the computer you are using. Connect the power cord into the back right of the Quantum. Ensure the white arrow is facing up as you insert the cord. We can now switch on the Quantum using the power button in the middle of the rear panel. The Quantum will run through a light sequence, and once complete will appear in 3 different options. Flashing blue if the Quantum successfully communicates with the computer and the encoders are not referenced. Solid blue if the Quantum successfully communicates with the computer and the encoders are referenced. Solid green if the Quantum successfully communicates with the computer and the encoders are referenced. Renishaw probe only. With the Quantum powered on, lift the gray handle on the Quantum, which will allow you to install a kinematic probe. On the probe is a symbol consisting of an upside-down triangle and 2 circles. Use this symbol to install the probe with the Quantum handle. The triangle on the probe should align with the triangle on the Quantum handle. Remove the probe by lifting the handle with the probe held safely over your palm before pulling the probe from its location. Most likely, if this is your first time powering on the Quantum, the encoders will need to be referenced. Depending on the version of the Quantum, your arm will consist of 6 or 7 encoders that will need to be referenced. This is completed by simply moving the arm outwards and rotating the different encoders as indicated on the dialog box on screen. The arm can then be replaced in its resting position. Next, we will complete the compensation for the Quantum. Following the program instructions illustrated on the tablet on screen, we will remove the Quantum from its resting position. in this case attached to an LLP, and place the probe into the included compensation cone bolted into the table. To compensate the probe, move the quantum wrist in 3 directions while holding down the green button, then push the red button. If you have a 7-axis arm, collect additional points by rotating the handle in the cone around the 7th axis while holding down the green button. Push the red button to complete the compensation. A green check mark will appear on screen indicating a passed compensation. The final action that should be completed before collecting data is a SPAT. SPAT stands for the Single Point Articulation Test. Place the probe in the cone and move the elbow to one side. Push the green button to start the SPAT and articulate the elbow to the opposite side. When completed, we are also able to see deviations within the X, Y, and Z dimensions. Like the compensation, SPAT should conclude with a green check mark. In this video, we have unboxed the Quantum, installed a probe from the probe kit, completed compensation, and completed SPAT. For more information on the Quantum, remember to check Faro Academy.